number 3 on the year. It's the Broncos going up against the Cowboys.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down following the incompletion.
Detroit! Set!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, it's Newton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first and 10, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Newton now on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 20. Two-yard line. Inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw now on second and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. DeMarcus Walker in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Newton on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On 1st down, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. To the air again, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Now he's flushed out left, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And now running right through it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. They'll set up a throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lewis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. goes left side. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play there on third down. 61 yards. From the red zone now, Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Being chased out left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Newton on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now a first down throw for Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Kelly. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Again, Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. His 14th touchdown. touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now they'll run it on the toss. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here we go. Blue, line it. Over. God, here we go. Blue, line it. Blue, line it. Check. Gone.
They'll set up to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Leopard. Here we go now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
And that'll set him back 5.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right?
And he's going to go down again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
1st and 10. Newton, and a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitive.
He's got him in, complete. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On 1st down, Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back.
It's a foot race. 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 84 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense. And that's their first of this second half. Now McManus for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Patriot!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Newton to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, Newton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Caught by Nelson left side. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. J.J. Nelson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And he'll bang that one through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his... way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
But, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
And out now come the Cowboys. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Nelson. The 20. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 40 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Here we go now. Boom,
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Back now here on EA Sports. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Bronco defense comes up big. And tough starting field position here. On 1st and 10, Newton got his man complete over the middle. That's Kelly. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Here's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Austin. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And the lead will shrink to 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
For plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
And was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Newton. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Austin. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this one is incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Out left side here to Bryant. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Down right around the 25. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Good! All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Nelson. And he's brought down after a good game. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's got Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Oh, now he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Run with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nelson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Over. Set.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line.
I done came up, busting down the whole broke, step back. Want your people swag, you ain't even gotta ask. What a dope.